Hello, I'm back. I actually did buy a new mic. It's charging. I'm impatient and I wanted to make this video now. Why am I over here, you're asking? Well, my partner has been building his Gundam over there and I don't want to disrupt what's going on over there and accidentally knock it on my chair. As a Gundam builder myself, I don't like touching Gundam. I don't like doing it because they fall apart. So I don't want to touch it. So I just want to quickly state something before the video starts. I am aware that Mick posted part 2 of the Pauls family. I will most likely be making a video. I just haven't sat down and watched it yet. I will be talking about my own drama today that happened with me on my 21st birthday. I put like a question poll thing up on my Instagram of what video I should make next. And I love you, Tyler. And I'd love to sit here and make a video about how much I love you. But I can't. I'm sorry, Pookie. My experience at Fortress. There's going to be some names that I won't be using because I no longer associate with some people that were here for my 21st. So I will just rename them a different name. I'm not making this video to say that you can't go to Fortress and that Fortress is horrible. You can still go to Fortress. This was just my bad experience. If you see it, you're like, oh, that looks cool, because let's be honest, it does look cool. Go in there and I hope you have a fun time. Nothing shit happens to you. Literally almost every single person that I've brought up Fortress to has had a shitty experience there. Even if you go into the Google reviews, you'll probably find my review. So many people have had a shit experience at Fortress. I don't even know how it has such high fucking reviews, but whatever. My friend Zach will be doing some fun little parts in this video to explain what he saw. I want to state though, I had been to Fortress prior to this incident and I had a really good time. Okay? I had a really fun time the first time I went to Fortress. I played on the PC. It was great. So a little quick rundown of what Fortress is. It's a huge gaming bar in like the middle of Melbourne. It's in the Emporium. It's massive. They serve food, they serve drinks, and you can also pay to play like on one of their PCs. They have a big PC room. So you can bring your mates and play all together. They do have booths as well that you can hire. I don't think it's worth it. They can be really pricey. Only 2 hours. It's just really expensive. It's not worth it. So you might as well just go home with all your mates and fucking set up your console and play games together like that. There's no fucking point in this. So yeah, you can play on the PCs, you can play on consoles. They have board games, which I'm pretty sure you literally have to pay to play the fucking board games. Why? What the fuck? I'll put some photos up. It's a cool looking place. It's got like these like tavern vibes. It's cool. All right. I had booked 2 tables for my 21st birthday at Fortress. And it can be really hard to get a table at Fortress. It books out pretty quick. It's a very like popular fucking place to go. The times that I've been at Fortress, it's packed. There's so many people in there. I booked 2 tables for my 21st and I had a lot of friends come. I think there was probably maybe like almost around 20 of us. There was a lot of us, okay? The first thing I want to state is the staff that were checking IDs had some weird fucking attitude already going into this. Yeah, can I see your IDs? Like, fucking calm down. I'm getting it out. I don't know if maybe this night they just had really pissed off staff, you know? Maybe they had lost a couple of games in Overwatch prior to coming onto their shift. I don't fucking know. But they were really they were all really shitty this night. So we go to our tables, we sit around. Before we like order anything, we're just still waiting for everyone to show up so that we can order food all together and drinks all together. Eventually, everyone rocks up, we're ready to order our food, and that's what we do. We're yapping away, we're ordering food, and I just want to fucking say, the food here is so mid. It's so mid, and it's so expensive. I'll insert a photo if I can find the menu options of how much the fucking food is here. I was with my ex at the time, and his best friend, I'll call her Liza, she was not feeling well. She went to the unisex / disabled toilet. Keep the disabled toilet in mind, okay? That's important. So at this point, we're at Fortress for like 10 minutes. Like, we are not there long at all. So Liza's partner went into the toilet to hold her hair back because she was vomiting. Now fucking tell me why the security at Fortress are always power tripping. Every single story I've heard of someone going to Fortress, it's either the staff are fucking assholes or the security guards are just bigger fucking assholes. The security guards had caught them in the disabled toilet. Literally not doing anything, by the way. Liza and her partner, Jared, that's what I'm going to call him, are essentially being fucking kicked out of Fortress because they were both in the disabled unisex toilets together. Disabled toilets especially is because it is a disabled bathroom. Technically, you are allowed to have one more person in there. This is where it starts to get really fucking messy. So Liza and Jared are kicked out of Fortress for being in a fucking bathroom together. The security's justification for this was because they could have been having fun time or doing substances. If anyone's been to like a bunch of bars and clubs, you would know that people of all fucking genders are going into every single bathroom in those fucking places for all sorts of shit. People can take illegal substances and have fun time in a regular bathroom in a stall. I guess that's their policy. We're at Fortress at this point for maybe 15 minutes. Liza felt horrible, even though this was not her fucking fault at all. We hadn't even gotten our food at this point, and there is already drama around us. There was, I think, 3 security guards surrounding us. Fucking 3. And we came across one of these staff members. She was probably the nicest fucking staff member there was there. She told us, like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, it'll be fine. Just sit back down, have your food, blah, 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 blah. We're like, oh, okay. So when we go back up to the security, we were just told by staff that it's fine. Okay? Like, this should not be a fucking big issue. Also, another thing I want to clarify is somebody should not just be kicked out. You should be given a warning before that. Friends are getting fucking kicked out and we hadn't gotten our food yet. Well, I want everyone to be included tonight. So let's leave. That's the initial plan, like, let's leave. But we're also trying to resolve the issue that's fucking happening too. The security guards genuinely thought we were like talking back to them or something. They were power tripping like nothing I've seen before. We were genuinely all trying to have an understanding and just like talk to them and ask like, why is this happening? Every time we would ask something, they would get so fucking pissed off. Like, don't fucking talk back to me or you can fucking go too. Like, why are we so angry, guys? Why are we so angry, guys? We're going to sort this out. We're going to try and sort this out. Nothing's fucking being resolved. The security are being fucking assholes still. We're just trying to understand, like, why is this happening? Why weren't they given a warning first? Blah, 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 blah. They start, like, full staunching up. Like, they are getting, like, really up in people's faces now. And my brother being my brother, he can't shut the fuck up. I fucking love my brother, but sometimes he needs to shut the fuck up. And he's like, you're ruining my fucking sister's 21st, bro. Like, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. He's saying some curse words in Italian. Just riled up one of the fucking security guards that was like staunching my brother. He's like, oh, you're talking in another language. So then you know who else gets kicked out? My brother. But you need to understand, from our perspective, we have been trying to resolve this for so long and trying to come to some agreement, and they were not fucking having it. They did not give a fuck about a single thing that we were saying. They did not care. It was horrible. So at this point, my ex is just like, let's just fucking leave. And we're all like, yeah, like, fuck this. So before we leave, we go up to the front counter. And the staff are already aware of the fucking drama that's happening, and again, have been no fucking help whatsoever. We are asking for the manager. She eventually comes out, and my ex is stating to her, look, we've ordered our food. None of us have touched this food at all. We want a refund because we are leaving. This bitch is like,
well, actually, I can't give you a refund. I can give your friends a refund because they got kicked out, but because you guys are willingly leaving, I cannot give you a refund.
You fucking will. My ex actually comes up with a great point. You're going to give us the refund because our friends have been kicked out, so there's nothing stopping us from making you kick us out instead of leaving. So you're going to give us a refund. In which she finally is just like, yeah, okay, fine. This took so fucking long to get to. Why can't you just have some little understanding and cooperate? Nothing. So we eventually get the refund. And like I mentioned, the food here is not fucking cheap. I think altogether we spent around like $300 on food that we did not fucking eat until if you don't know, there's two entrances to Fortress. So there is an entrance through Emporium. If you don't know, Emporium's like a very big shopping mall in the middle of the city. Like it has heaps of stores. So there's an entrance in Emporium that you can go through, but also there's an entrance on the outside of Emporium. So there's escalators that go down and take you into Fortress. So there's two entrances, right? All our food is still sitting on the fucking table. Everyone. Even though we got the fucking refund. Everyone starts picking up the food and eating it going out. There are my mates just eating fucking pizza, like, while walking out. Like a fucking handful of chips and just, like, was holding them like that. We're out of fucking Fortress. I was just like, I don't want this night to be ruined. This is editing me. Hey. Before I continue anything, I'm going to be adding my friend Zach's experience in here. He recorded this for me. This is from his point of view, and he says some shit that I completely forgot about. I think also he just explains shit better.
Hello, my name's Zach. Went to the same event as Maxine. I was kind of getting excited to go to Fortress. I've heard of Fortress before. I've had a friend that went there before that really, really enjoyed it and really enjoyed their experience. So I was kind of getting excited about going to Fortress, because I've never been before. If you live with anxiety, you know the feeling of going to a place that you've never been before. So I was looking up pictures, reviews, to kind of just get myself comfortable with the place. There was its own pain in the ass. Maps doesn't know where Fortress is. I eventually found it, and it's... the way I entered the place, it was just an escalator going down. So it's a one-way trip. What I mean by that is once you're down there, you can't go back up. So if that's the wrong entrance, you're done. I finally muster up the courage to go down. I go down and I see the employees there. These seem like they don't want to be there in the slightest. Now, given it's a Saturday night, it's fair. They probably want to do their own things. They don't want to be at work. I've been at workplaces where I just don't want to be there in the slightest. So I see where they're coming from. I go down. I go say hi to the lady at the front. And she's just like, got the vibe of, please go away, I don't want to talk to you. So I try to make it quick as best I can. I'm like, hey, I'm here for Maxine's party. Is anyone here? Or can I go wait at the place that like we've organized? I can wait for them there, or... And she was like, no, sadly, we're going to have to wait for Maxine to show up before we can let you in. I'm like, totally fair. What can I do? And she's like, oh, you can wait by the claw machine. And I'm like looking around, I'm like, can I go into the arcade? And it's like, oh, no, you need to, like, actually be accepted in first before you can go to the arcade. I'm like, whatever. So I'm waiting by this claw machine, and I'm watching these tweens kind of play the claw machine, and they've got their faces pressed up against this glass, and I look in, and they're trying to get this Hatsune Miku figure. And poor Hatsune Miku, thank God there's glass, because if that glass was broken, Lord knows what they do to that poor Hatsune Miku. People finally get there, and I see Maxine, I say hello, and I kind of introduce myself to the people. Don't know anyone. I just know Maxine at this point. Go to the table, and you know when you go to a party that you know no one at, people have cliques. People love to stay with their cliques. So this is what people were doing. So I was just kind of there, sitting on my phone, just trying to be there, I guess. Make conversations where I could, and watch people eat. Because I didn't have money at that point, because I was studying. Oh god, I'm really hungry, but the food is so expensive. Side note, food there is very expensive, for no apparent reason. Some time passes and I'm looking at my phone, just kind of minding my own business. Suddenly, I hear a commotion. I look over, and Maxine is talking to a chick that works at this fortress with some security. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? The chatting became heated, and then suddenly the lady was like, no, everyone out. I have no idea what the fuck happened. I don't know why people are yelling. Hey, what the fuck happened to like the security guards? I'm like, nah, mate, get the fuck out. So I'm like, all right, fuck you too then. There's like security guards waiting at the door and blocking our entrance from getting back in. Now, given we don't want to go back in, but they're acting like there's the fucking US president downstairs. Like, dude, it's not that serious. Anyway, if I have to kind of give advice for going to Fortress, it's don't go to Fortress. It's not worth it. It's expensive, and they charge an arm and a leg for the stupidest of shit. If you want to hang out with your friends and play video games in one room, do it at your own place or do it at your friends. It's not worth it going all the way up to the city to do it and pay an arm and a leg. Do a classic LAN party. It's worth it that way. It's so much better. Get some Doritos, get some drinks from like your supermarket, and just do it that way. It's so much better. And trust me, you'll have a better experience. Moral of the story, don't go to Fortress. It's not worth it. It's too expensive. It's shit. And it's very, very humid down there. Anyway, that's about it. See ya.
So you know where we're gonna go? Fucking GG Easy. GG Easy was a gaming bar. Now, it wasn't the size of Fortress, like it was a very, very small bar, but it was absolutely fucking amazing. They fucking closed GG Easy because of Fortress. It's even a bigger reason to fucking hate Fortress. 'Cause they weren't getting any fucking people going into GG Easy because they opened up the big boy. This was the thing about GG Easy. You didn't need to play games there. I think they had a Switch set up, but you didn't need to. It was the overall atmosphere of GG Easy that was just great. All the staff that worked there were the loveliest people ever. There was so many familiar faces going to GG Easy. Like, GG Easy had a community. Like, I would always see the same people at GG Easy. Like, it was such a nice community of gamers that just came together. And instead of watching, like, sports and shit, you know, when you, like, go to pubs, you watch, like, sports and they're, like, betting and shit, you'd watch Twitch! You'd watch fucking Twitch streams! You could order food while you were there. They didn't care. Their drinks were, oh my god, their drinks were amazing. I'll try and find a photo of their menus, and I'll put it up here because their menu was also really cool. But they had a bunch of like themed drinks, and they would occasionally change this. It'd be like almost like a rotation. They would change it, but they would keep some of the drinks that were really popular. They had alcoholic bubble tea. Fucking god. Because I went there so much, the staff were generous enough to give me some of their stickers. Anything that was in their like plastic cups, they would put like a game related character sticker on the cup. I still have these. I will never get rid of these. I will never get rid of these. There's Claptrap. There's Tom Nook. I pray that GG Easy can reopen. So I was actually going to end the video short, but I wanted to read some reviews from other people that have been to Fortress before I end everything. I won't read mine though, because I already described it in the video. You can find, if you search Fortress Melbourne, the reviews will come up for you. You'll be able to see mine. This one was only from a month ago, and this person says, suggestion for the future. If you're overbooked and know ahead of time, put up a sign so walk-ins know. We were let in and sat down at a table. We had been told it wasn't booked. Not even 5 minutes later, we were told to leave as the tables had been booked out. It's shameful and downright lazy behavior. Fortress is so fucking unorganized. Only from 2 months ago. Visited today to have a look around and was advised by staff that my 9-year-old would have to bin her small Coke from McDonald's because Fortress is licensed. Not just a bad impression, but soft drinks have nothing to do with liquor licensing. Was planning my 50th here. Glad to know I can look elsewhere. Edit. It may be part of your own drinks policy, but I question your claim it's part of the Victorian licensing law. After checking online resources, I can't find anything to this effect. Please link any Victorian government licensing page, which includes this detail. I'll change my rating to a 5-star if you can. You told a 9-year-old to bin her fucking Coke from McDonald's? 5 months ago, was turned away from the tavern area for not having a reservation as a single person. Reservations are only available for groups of 6 or more. How the fuck does Fortress get customers? So that's it for this video. Again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to Fortress. This was just my personal experience at Fortress. I don't think that Fortress is worth putting any of your money into. Their food is overpriced shit that you can get anywhere else, and their drinks are the same fucking thing. Melbourne is so big. There is so much in Melbourne City. I just think you could find anywhere else to put your money into. Yeah, that's all I got to say for this one. See ya.
What the fuck is that?
Can we say you're among us?